On a special day every summer, the NEA student program completely takes over a school, but it's in a good way. As part of our annual meeting, hundreds of college students preparing to be teachers come together and join hands with the NEA, retired members, with higher ed members, and all sorts of other people to totally make over a school in the area where we're having our convention. It's an amazing way for us to give back to the community that hosts us, and we call it Outreach to Teach. It is one long, hot, busy, crazy day, but it is the most fulfilling thing that we do during the student program. The students have a great time on this day, but what they don't realize is the planning for this, it happens way in advance. We're talking months of planning, probably starting back in January when we have our first meeting on a cold, windy day. There are lots of ways that we select the school. It depends on the location. For example, in 2007, we were in the Philadelphia area for the NEA's convention. And so we went to the local association and worked with them to find a school in the area. So when I met with Lee Spears, one of the local presidents, he suggested that we meet with the superintendent, Lisa Andreco, about doing a school in Norristown.
In every school district in Pennsylvania and in the country, it really is difficult to get the funds for capital improvements because right now, in the era of No Child Left Behind and high standards, our focus has been so much on instruction. It really, truly is a luxury to be able to do something on a capital level.
Later on, we met with the principal of the school, Marianne Hoskins, to talk about specific projects that she would love to see us do. So she took the time out of her day to walk us through the building and show us the kinds of things that needed to be upgraded, things that the district would love to do but couldn't afford to do at the time. We got back together in April to go over the final list of the kinds of projects that we wanted to do and to talk about some of the bigger things that they really wanted to take care of. We had major projects that we've never done before at a school, one of which was replacing temporary walls, where the teachers from that wish list really wanted to have permanent walls, and we had to have a real conversation about what it would take to prepare the building and actually get that work done that day to see if it was something that we could pull off. Also, at our meeting in April, we invited Evette Rios, who is an amazing woman who has volunteered her own time to work with this project. She's actually a designer for the Rachael Ray show, but she started with us last year when we were in Orlando in 2006 and helped us renovate the Teachers Lounge. She loved the project so much that she contacted us the following year and asked could she volunteer again.
Oh, I loved it. I loved the fact that there were just so many people banding together. The volunteers were fantastic. I loved that I was working with all sorts of age groups. It was just such a team environment, and I just loved that. I thought it was terrific.
A lot of the time for planning the project goes into finding contributors, people who are willing to donate time and money and supplies to make this project happen. Everything that we use that day is paid for through the money that we collect, either through contributions or money through the NEA program. So if we're painting classrooms, all the paintbrushes, the drop cloths, the buckets of paint, the tape to tape off the room, that's all purchased by us. We don't ask the district to provide any of that material because we don't want this to be an added cost to their budget. The idea is that we're coming in to help them do the things they couldn't afford to do. We've been very lucky in the past that we've had wonderful donations from places like IKEA, the Container Store, Lowe's, and even the Volkswagen Corporation. The only way we can have a successful project on a scale this size is with generous contributions from sponsors like IKEA.
IKEA got on call. It came to me, it was from Evette Rios, and IKEA has worked with Evette before. She has a very great understanding of our range, and so when we got the call, we were very eager to find out what she had going on, and we found out it was with the National Education Association. She said, we're going to do this huge makeover for a day of service in our community, and can you help me out by perhaps donating some of the IKEA furniture for a makeover of the Teachers Lounge? And I said, of course. It came together immediately. It only maybe took us about one day to plan it and one day to get it out the door. It's very important that IKEA become involved in the community where we work and where we live and where we do business. And this school, Gottwalls Elementary School, is very close by to our store. And with our belief that children are the most important people in the world, we felt that it was a very easy thing for us to do to help them make over a place so that they could have an oasis for their teachers.
Between January and the day of the event, besides meeting with the school, there's constant conversation. I'm on the phone, I'm on their cell phones, I know their home numbers. We keep in close contact. I'm sending emails because everything is leading up to the big day.
Norristown School District was selected, and Gotwalls Elementary in particular, to have this project come in with 400 volunteers.
To actually have that many people walk through your front doors in the morning and just really take over, and everyone has done this so willingly and lovingly from their hearts, and really in a sense of community.
Doing sod, putting up classroom walls, painting, cleaning, doing murals, sorting, you name it. This is like a total makeover for this school. It's going to be great.
You can do amazing things when you bring the whole community together and when you get people who care. And I think it encourages folks to say, well, if we did it at this one school, why couldn't we do it at another school? Why couldn't we do it at another place?
Last year what happened was Volkswagen was specifically donating money for the lounge, and they hired me to design it for them. But then this year I just volunteered because I liked it so much. Yeah, it was so fun.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
When we come together, not just to negotiate contracts or to lobby for the kind of legislation that we need, but to come together to give back literally to the community is what we as a union are all about.
I think it's great because we get the opportunity to give to the community, which is so big a part of education, because it's not just about the teachers, it's about the student. So we try to make sure that everyone comes out a winner in this experience.
There'll be so much conversation and talk all year long about NEA, its members, what they did for the children in this building. I think it's exciting.
And watching all of us work together for the benefit of these children is what the ultimate mission is, what the ultimate vision is.
Service is real living. You really live when you serve. And so as a college student, to those who are out here watching in the community who see this, it shows that college students care.
Wow, all we can say is it's an unbelievable group of people, and just so much love and spirit, and just looks fabulous. And every time I look out the window of our room, I want to cry when I see the playground, because the grass is just going to be so great for the kids.
This is incredible. I could never even dream this big. The playground, I think, I could cry because the kids, it's just such a difference. A year ago, there were cracks in the playground with weeds growing up through them. It's incredible. Thank you so much, NEA.
Todd Pennington has nothing on the student program.
Thank you from Gotwalls Elementary.
We were able to come back on the very first day of school to see the reaction of the kids being on the playground for the first time, seeing their new classes for the first time, watching the teachers watch their students react to all the changes, and it was just amazing. We met with Mary Ann Hoskins after the project was over to get some advice. We wanted her to give some pointers to future principals who will be working with us on projects from now until we run out of schools that need our help.
Take some time for yourself and to really walk through your building. Just walk your halls and walk in and out of every room, because there were things that kept popping up afterwards, like, oh, we should have put shelving in this room, and then that kind of became an afterthought, and if there's some money left, we did. And we did do some of those things. And just really survey your building carefully and go in and out of all of your rooms and open all of your closets. It really will help you make better decisions. So it's hard to choose. That's the problem, is because you really have no idea of how big this actually is until it happens. I don't think you can really, the more conceive of really how big this actually can be and how much it can change the school and the atmosphere and teachers' attitudes and students. Whoever gets this, they're just the luckiest school there is, because it is just, you can't imagine the enormity and the feeling and what it does for your staff and your students and yourself as principal, to just feel so good about the way your building begins to look and all the positive things and what a positive note it sets for the year. It's a fabulous, fabulous thing for anybody to have, and anyone who gets it is very, very lucky.